Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and it's not just any Sunday night. This is a very special Sunday night. Let me give you the backstory of what we witnessed on Friday, the largest silver price crash in history in any single trading session. That's exactly what happened. What made it extra special was, indeed, what happened later, and that is the Shanghai markets were closed that Friday. So they held on to the high silver price and gold price as well, while the United States and the West, those markets had just plummeted. So that's what we're looking for to see what's going to happen here as the markets open up mere minutes from now. So I appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. We are going to rock and roll here and see what we've got. We're going to have a smaller audience tonight. I think Silver Dragons is posting, but I'm hoping some will come this way and stay here. Good to see you guys. So let's get right into some of these comments. It takes a few minutes for them to open up here, but we will make it happen here. As soon as they open, we're going to look at the markets and see what they're doing. First question from Lulu: if you want to measure how much silver I can hold in my hand, should it be with a closed fist, or should I measure with an open hand? Big hands. I know you're the one. There you go. Good question. All right. Well, if you want to keep it a secret, keep that fist closed. I would say that. But you can certainly take your diamond fist and measure the fist and see how much it weighs with the silver in it compared to the fist that's empty. Thank you, Lulu Lucky. Let's see here from James Butler. Woot woot, my diamond fist round from Summit Metals arrived. That's great. That's awesome. People are saying they're starting to show up. Nice and chunky. Got it for $28 under spot at today's rate. I agree. There's going to be a pullback. It's been two major pullbacks in my lifetime. So I'm going to really go on a buying frenzy when it dips below 60. All right. There you go. All right. Very good. Let's see here. All right. And let's get over here, see what we've got. I got some more comments and see what folks are saying here. Slurp a little coffee as we wait for these markets to open up here. We've got Tony Bones. Quick question: do you think prices are going up rapidly? Aren't just to do with war and inflation, among other things that are so obvious? Let me see. I'm not sure I understand the question. Do you think prices going up rapidly aren't just to do with war and inflation, amongst other things that are obvious? Do you recall a couple years back somewhere in Africa that it made news that Africa found massive amounts of gold that just had to be mined? Do you think that was true to this? And if so, could it be another reason why gold and silver are flying? No. That is unrealistic. It was a fun story. I actually covered it in a video, but it's a fun story, but it's not really panned out to be anything. Because even if there is all those precious metals in the ground, well, I don't think in Africa. I don't think there's any amount of gold there. There's no evidence to it. It was basically the Ministry of the Interior Ministry or minister there, I think, said it, but it didn't pan out. It didn't pan out to be true at all, actually. I think it was a publicity stunt, essentially. D. Weil says higher cost means higher moves up and down. More value means the same percentage moves don't make the same kind of dent in the market. Technically, larger moves going forward, up and down, to me, make more sense. Well, given this market that we're in right now, volatility is certainly the name of the game. And we're going to check it out here. Summit Metals, by the way, when the prices went down, some people are saying that these dealers are keeping the premiums up, but they're down here for Summit Metals. They're moving along with the market. Some of them may be a little bit higher premiums overall, but overall they're down. Check out Summit Metals channel sponsor. The link is in the description of the video. And they're going to be opening up here right now. The market should be opening up. And let's see what we've got. This would be very interesting to see. This is what they closed on Friday, down 26.26% for silver, 9% for gold. It is churning here, waiting. A lot of people probably checking Kitco right now. It's crazy. Good to see you guys, by the way. Appreciate you guys being here. Good crowd tonight. Appreciate you. Let's see here. It's really just churning, man. Not much happening here. Okay, here we go. All right, it is. It's loaded, but nothing new here on the. Let's take a look over here and see what it's doing. the actual charts here, what we've got. I think it's down. We might have gapped down tonight instead of gapped up. We may have gapped down. Let me look back over here. Okay, here we go. It is down $4.04 in the open. Wow. I was kind of thinking that the price would go back up and surge a little bit, given the Shanghai markets. Of course, Shanghai won't open for another hour and a half, I don't think. But here we are. Wow, look at this. It gapped down $4.04 in the open for silver. Gold took a plunge. It's down over 2%, down, well, 1.15%. And now silver's down. See, what happens is right at the very beginning, there is a snap reaction. And then it comes right back into some semblance of normalcy. And that's what we're seeing right now. Down over $4 right at the open for silver. Now it's just down $2.78. Gold down 1.15%. The night is young, but I kind of thought we might see a gap up. There is a slight gap down in the markets here today as we watch them open up and actually this is actually I think New Zealand markets, but this is pre-Asian trading that we're seeing right here. Let's see here. So there it is. So part of me was thinking that the big crash that we saw on Friday, that we may see a bit of a recovery, but so far in the open, the prices are down a little bit more here. So we'll see. I'll see what happens and see if it continues down. Could this mean that it's down even more for the whole night, or will we see a recovery and a reaction here? Because they are going from what's happening in Shanghai. Those numbers still stand because Shanghai is not open yet. Could that put pressure on these markets here, or will Shanghai open with a massive gap down? Because what's interesting is Shanghai. I'm going to be talking about this in tomorrow's video, but Shanghai is going to become increasingly more important, I think, to the precious metals markets in the West, for sure. All right, so we'll see. There you go, Hoosier Stacker. Come on, $15 an ounce. There you go. Boy, that would be a huge gift if that was the case. But yes, indeed. Let's see here. So there's where it is. Silver down $2.66 now. Gold down $61.50. Platinum down 18. Palladium down 10. We're going to revisit those here in just a moment. Stick with me. Let's get through a couple more of these comments. So Hola Active says here, expect attack on Iran Sunday. Watch gold and silver knocked down before war breaks out. Well, so far it has not happened yet. I guess the night is young, but we'll see. I know that Trump has positioned a flotilla of naval ships, battleships in the region. But who knows? Iran may back down. We'll see what happens. We haven't heard much about what's going on in Iran right now with the protest. So are people still rising up? We'll see here. Dirt Jam Unleashed with us. Good crowd with tonight. Appreciate you guys being here. Each cat says, did you say silver would drop by 50 or go down by 50? Either way, you are the new oracle. Well, I think, according to my prediction, and I'm sticking with my prediction, I think that sometime this year we will touch $50 an ounce. That's what I think. I'm not sure of it, but I have a good feeling we may see that happen. If anything, I think that's going to be the new floor for silver. I think that's going to be the new support on the other side of this. That's just what I'm thinking. And it may not last long. It could climb back up again. In fact, many people are thinking it's going to climb back up again. And so if there is going to be a dip to that, it'll be short-lived. We'll see here. But I'm sticking with my prediction. I could be wrong, obviously. And I don't rule that out. Whenever I say what I have been doing for the last 5 years, I've been making predictions, forecasts of where silver's going to go and gold. And I do it just for the fun of it, just to see what's happening, just to see if I'm right or wrong. I've actually been more right than I've been wrong, because what I do is I say that it's got to touch that number. If as long as it touches it once, and then that's it. I can say I was right. Whether it goes above or below that number is a different story. I don't never get that specific. So there it is. All right. And that's right. And that's right. Micro metals. Nobody really knows what's going to happen in these historic times. It's unpredictable. People make predictions, and they're really lucky if they're right, including me. Including me, for sure. All right. Let's see here. Eastern Zone. That reminds me of the news report from the Asiana Airlines crash crew names from 2013, who named some at all. If you know, you know. And I don't know. All right, let's see here. Fontaine, don't really care about how much gold and silver have gone down today in fiat currency. I've still got the exact same amount of ounces in both. That's exactly the right attitude to have, for sure. Let's take a look here, see what we've got. Silver taking a pretty big hit now. It is now down. So that little snap that we saw at the very beginning, that gap down, has now seen it again. It's now down 4.6%. In the open, pretty much, just minutes. Silver down $3.92, $81.48. And by the way, I had somebody that said they were going to stop following my channel because of that. I'm actually entertaining the possibility that silver could reach $50 an ounce. So they're not going to watch anymore. Okay, see ya. You know, I'm just going to be realistic on this channel. Love it or hate it, it's what I do. And the reason why I do it is because I don't want to get anybody, I want people to think about all the possibilities that could come into play with silver. And by the way, I entertain a lot of possibilities that silver could shoot up very, very high. And even before this big bull run, I've entertained the possibility. I said, yes, it is possible it could happen. Highly doubtful, but it is possible. Well, it turns out, even though it was doubtful, it did happen. Silver got to a high of $121. We all saw it. You know, this channel talks about the news. I react to the news. I have my opinions and analysis. But nonetheless, here we are. But silver is indeed, for sure, is doing a great job of being the metal that it has been. We're good. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, very good. Let's see here. Yeah, if Bozo comes in, if Bozo comes in, I'm gonna ask him to email me. If you see him, tell him to email me. It's hard for me to keep track. I forgot to put the limits, the chat limits on here, the time limits. So there's a lot happening with the chat here. But if you see him come in, have him email me. Let's see here. All right, let's see. So there's silver moving down, gold moving down, platinum and palladium all down tonight on the open here. So let's see. Okay, Evo Pikachu. We've all been in the precious metals market long enough to know that this is not a natural move in the silver market. What we are seeing is crime taking place in the paper silver market. And look at that. It's recovered $10 from the low today. Yes, it did recover for sure. But I think a lot of it was based off of the Fed chair. I think we're learning more and more that Trump is picking somebody that is really, in a sense, in some ways, part of the establishment. And now this is something that I don't know. Maybe somebody here in the audience can tell me. I understand that the nominees for the Fed chair are given forth from the chairman, from the board itself. That in other words, I don't think Trump can just go pick willy-nilly anybody he wants or president can. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the case. I don't know. Joseph Smith, I'm forecasting by Sunday it will be back to $90 an ounce. Okay, Joseph Smith, we are here Sunday. We'll see what happens. And I love to see what people are thinking. And but so far, right now, it is down $3.88, down 4.55% to $81.52. So there we are. And yes, indeed. And gold down $70.90. And man, I made a purchase over the weekend, and now I'm like kicking myself for doing it. Oh well, now it's down even more. Man, crazy. Oh well, you live and learn. Okay, very good. I'll say JM Unleashed confirms that. I'm right. They've got to be nominated from a group that is submitted by the board, but Trump can't influence them. Very good. All right. Thank you. And let's see here. Let's see what we've got here. Wade Davis says this following here. I received 3 Diamond Fist 1-ounce silver rounds from Summit Metals yesterday. They're amazingly more beautiful in person than the online photos show. I pre-ordered them about 3 weeks ago and love them. Surprisingly chunky, thick, made me want a 2-ounce one. Have you considered having a 2-ounce chunky ones made at Summit? No, the 2-ounce Salivate Metal rounds did not sell very well at all. So I don't know that I'll ever produce a 2-ounce round again. With silver prices being as high as they are, well, you can understand why that's the case. Vegas Stacker with 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Thank you, Vegas. I appreciate that. What a way to start February. If you receive one of those from Vegas, give them warm thank yous. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right. Let's see. No, I cannot ban myself from my own channel. Believe it or not, I think that's the one thing that's impossible for me to do. But look at this. Gold, silver is now trading below $80 for the first time tonight in this trading session, down $7.20. This is widening the gap even further from the Shanghai price, which is not open yet, to this price right here, the COMEX. Or no, this is still Asian trading, pre-Asian trading. And Michael K with 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Thank you, Michael K. Very kind of you indeed. Look at that. Wow. Gold down $159.80. Silver down $6.13. It's $79.27. And by the way, with a dip like this, check out channel sponsor Summit Metals and type in the word diamond. And there it is. It will show up. So it's cheaper now. Yes, indeed. Still $88, pretty expensive, but there it is. And this does not have pictures that show it from the side, but it is very much very, very chunky. 1 ounce, 30 millimeters. So check that out. Yes, indeed. Oh, what the heck? It says sold out. Out of stock. Son of a. Oh, man. Well, that's crazy. Never mind. They're sold out again. And they're not even available for pre-order. Let me just click on this thing. It says pre-sale. Dang. Wow. Well, yeah, you can't even add it to your cart. Never mind. Okay. Well, I'll let you know when they become available again. They're pretty popular. Pretty popular indeed. Jorge from Paradoxic at no time in history has a marked decline. The Dow Jones to gold reversed course without the American economy first entering an official recession. Thought? Yeah, I don't know. These are such different times right now, Jorge, that I think we can ignore that scenario, because I don't think we're heading into a recession, because the GDP is going to be heading into the 5s soon. Perhaps 4 point some percent the last GDP. Some growth happening for sure, and a lot of different reasons. Silver now back above $80 again. Oh, the joy here, down $5.26. I did have a poll out tonight. Just over half of you feel that we could see $100 silver revisited again by the end of the week. It is possible. We'll see here. All right, very good. Bozo's here. Bozo, can you email me if you don't mind, sir? Can you email me if you get a chance? And look at this. All right, he's very quiet. He came in under the radar. He's just looking in through one eye. That's Gator's Gold Channel, just coming in, just looking he's being very, very covert there. Nobody notices him. Nobody is noticing Gator's Gold. He just taking a peek through one eye. Very good. All right. Let's see here. Very good. Let's see what we've got. All right. Useless knowledge. In my opinion, more money allocated to the GCC into U.S. should create jobs as well as creativity, and which will raise the GDP, which will help pay for a percentage of the deficit, making it more manageable. President Trump sort of explained this as others has, but Hugh Hembry on George Gammon's channel explained it well. Yeah, I think there's something to be said for that. Trump is doing revolutionary things, and if we can have taxes being paid solely through tariffs, I'm all for that. I think it's great. And Trump very well may be positioning himself up with this new Fed chair to make that happen. We'll see what happens. All right, Electric Ninja with a 5 spot. Thank you so much, Electric Ninja. The salivation to silver price ratio is inverse. The lower the price, the more I salivate to buy. There you go. That's right. That's what you do for sure. Yes, indeed. All right. And we've got this James Shine. Very interesting and informative video. Thanks so much. Now we all have to do and see what happens next. Yep. That's right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And the deflator understate inflation. GDP is an illusion. Yeah, that's true to a point because of inflation. But even when you take that into account, with inflation where it is now at 2.7%, if we're doing above 2%, when adjusted for, when you do the ratio on that, we're not doing too bad. Okay, let's see here. But Chuck says GDP now calculates debt as an asset instead of a liability. That is insane. Okay, I did not know that either. Interesting. Although we'll say this, that we're going to be starting to build factories and stuff soon. I think things are going to be changing. There are factories being built in the United States now with jobs that are coming back, repatriating a lot of the manufacturing. So assuming that is the case, then we'll see. I'll have to look into that, how GDP is calculated. I didn't know they changed how it was calculated. All right, look at this. Silver taking a further beating. Silver's now down 9% from what we saw on Friday after the big smackdown, which was a absolute crash. There's no other way to put it, folks. People were trying to debate me on it. No, it was an absolute crash on Friday. And for that one trading day, it was a crash. And it's falling even more. It's pretty much in crash mode again. Here it's down $7.75, $77.65 right now. Gold is down 3.81%, down $186.40 right now to $4,705. Winston Wolf, thank you so much for the super chat, £5. Thank you. With a critical hit. Thank you, sir. It's his first super chat. Thank you, my friend. Morris Monet believes we'll see $50 by the end of the week. Wow. Well, I believe we may touch $50 sometime this year. I don't know that it's going to happen that soon. We'll see here. Very good. GDP has comprised largely of government spending and lots of imputations. Well, yes and no, Jorge. The government spending has been frozen by this administration. So the GDP, I think that's part of it for sure. But I think we're going to start to see other factors that are coming into play as well. We'll see how it works. But remember, during the Biden administration, the GDP was much lower and much more government spending occurred under that administration. So by that level, we're doing better than we were before. No question about it. So here we are, folks. Silver trading about 9% down almost now. It's sort of a descending algorithm here. And the thing is that we watch this. Let me just see if I can pop over this thing here and see. What we've got open. We've got Australian Securities Exchange open, and New Zealand. And next, I think it's going to be Korea. I'm not going to click on these because I can only do that so often, even though I'm logged in. I don't understand why that's happening. But anyways, but yes, next ones will be popping here. So there we go. All right, now it's back up to 78. We'll get back to that in a moment. Let's answer a few more comments. Tan Man says the following. I switched to gold a few years ago. Silver sold out when spot's low. Silver, no buyers when it's high. Sit on some silver, yes, but gold is king. Yeah, and I love silver too, but since 2017, I've made a notable move into gold from silver. And I still am buying silver, still believe in it, but nonetheless, I feel like for me personally, I feel like compared to my gold holding, I have enough silver. So thank you. All right. Abraham Jimenez says, I'm hoping for another pullback, but this might be the time to buy. $600 an ounce target silver price for me is 30 to 1, 20 to 1 gold to silver ratio. Wow. So you're thinking to go to $600 an ounce. Okay. All right. A lot of people come out with really wild predictions, and we'll see. I don't want to say for certainty that it's not going to get there, but I kind of doubt it. Let's see here. I doubt it a lot, I guess. Just to give you some inside perspective, says Kargard, our director of central bank in Poland is always being shown by mainstream media as some stupid clown. He was designed to the position by former government problematic pro-EU, but more patriotic outfit. Current government is also pro-globalistic and pro-EU. They want Poland to join the euro currency. So they definitely don't like what he's doing. We had have the hyperinflation in the 90s, back when we switched from the zloty to the new Polish zloty, PLN. We remember being under influence of the Soviet Union, and we see too many similarities between then and now. I think we're going to have the PLN 2.0 in the near future, right? Another kind of reset of the country. Wow. Thank you for that inside information. As a poll, I actually had several folks from Poland respond to this video. Thank you. All right. From this morning. Which, if you haven't seen it, check out this video that I posted this morning about a central bank just made a huge announcement. This is a big deal. That's one reason why I'm kind of surprised gold is going down as much as it is tonight. Bluetooth blades. I have seen a show or movie that showed the Germans searching for the Nobel Peace Prize, and the winner took it to the chemist to have it broken down into liquid. The cylinder picked up the jar, if I remember correctly, looked at it for a moment and set it back down, not realizing they had it, the thing he was looking for. That's exactly right. Actually, Bluetooth blades, I did a video on that topic itself. Search for Nobel Prize, and you will see. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Slurping our way through this madness of the Market Watch special report. Glad you guys are with me here tonight. We got Wicked Sticky Flowers. I know that story about the gold being hidden in acid solutions. Nazis wouldn't find it. Cool story. Yes, indeed. That's exactly right. Yes, for sure. Oh, yeah. You guys are great. Thanks for being here, each and every one of you. Glad you're with us tonight. And let's see. Let's get over here and see what's happening with a few more comments, and we'll look at the markets again. And the next wave will open up at the top of the next hour. But in the meantime, we're going to go back and forth. But let's do maybe one more comment before we get over there. And we've got this from Logic BDJ. Well, silver is in short supply, or CBDJ, and highly in demand lately. And that didn't stop them from manipulating real metal and paper metal. Unbelievable. But it does show that they are desperate in the final throes of the empire. Very sad. All one has to do is spend wisely and responsibly. I guess when it's someone else's money, then the top powers want more of it. Yeah, but don't underestimate the psychology of the markets. I believe what we saw with the psychology of the markets is really the bigger deal here. That's one of the reasons why I dropped, for sure. And the reaction to the Fed chair. Thank you, Jay Melise, for posting a link to that video from this morning. Appreciate that very, very much. And good to see Michael K is with us tonight. Yes, indeed. Matthew is here. Good to see you. A lot of good folks with us tonight. I appreciate you being here. Cybercurrent Twitcher. Here's a slurp for this algorithm. It'll be interesting to see what the markets do tonight in your Sunday Night Market Watch. That's right. Thank you, CCT. And by the way, check out Cybercurrent Twitcher's latest video. He has some really good thoughts about the downward movement in the silver market. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Government spending comprises nearly 40% of GDP. Wow, that's crazy. That shows you the government is too big if that's the case. I doubt that's the case now in with this current president, but it could be. I have to look that up. That's crazy. Boy, that's a lot. That shows you that the federal government is way too big if that's the case. Martin Moran. Did Putin's Russia sell his gold or share it? I would suggest Lavrov is working to replace the rejected stone, and there will be much crying and gnashing of teeth when he does. Something to contemplate. I think that I think there was a portion of it that was sold in order to pay for the war effort, but I don't know. Let's see here. Very good. Let's see here. And let's get back over here and see what we've got with the markets again. All right, silver is attempting to make a A little bit of a comeback tonight. Yes, indeed it is. It bottomed out at 76.89 tonight, and now it's at $81.39. So there's some fight left in silver here tonight, folks. Gold is down still a fairly good bit here, down 3.27%, down $159.80 here tonight for gold. Pretty big move from one night in the open. And Stacker Factor is here. Everything, the last three things. This $159.80. Stacker Factor saying Slurp on Brother. And Princess Dumbarton 9877 says Melania wore the silver dress. All three of these things that are happening right here is like deja vu. It's like I've seen this. It's like this. I've been here before. What's going on? This is insane. It's like deja vu all over again. It's crazy. There it is. And AG Stacks for the 5 spot. Thank you, AG Stacks. I appreciate that. Looking at these markets move. Silver down over $5, $5.10. Gold down a little bit more, down $166. Some big moves here. Wow, crazy, crazy. All right, let's get into a few more comments. Watch these markets move. I think 7 o'clock, as we get closer to the Asian markets, it should be quite interesting indeed. All right, and we've got this here from Molly Russell Wart. Seems to me central banks are run by folks much smarter than the average silver stacker. I'll stick with gold. Well, I tell you, gold is definitely a good thing to have. If you're a silver stacker, it's good to diversify into some gold for sure. Yes, indeed. But remember, no matter what happens to the price of silver, you hold on to it for a long time, you're going to be doing okay. But we live in volatile times for sure. Indeed we do. All right, and let's see here. Yeah, no worries, Dan. Yep, I know we have different political viewpoints. That's okay. Dirk Cavalier Spieler says, seems like Poland will be the first country everybody bombs if another war starts. Well, let's hope not, but I tell you what, if they want to get their gold, that's what they may do, especially considering they repatriated a lot of it to Warsaw, but let's hope that doesn't happen. Poland is a great country. Poland is a great country indeed. Let's see here. Map to the Kingdom. On my video today about the Polish Central Bank, in the voice of Matthew McConaughey, I didn't buy gold because of politicians. I didn't buy it to be cool. I bought it because I like it. All right, all right, all right. Now, I'm wondering was that from the movie Gold? I think it was a romantic comedy. I'm not a big fan of romantic comedies, but if they're searching for gold, part of me would like to see that in a way, just because of the gold aspect of it. But all right, maybe he said that there. Let me know, Map to the Kingdom, if that's the quote, if the movie the quote is from. Carl Stark says here the following from this morning's video. I got my Diamond Fist coin yesterday. It is so cool. Thank you for all your encouragement, sharing about the pullbacks. So glad I got my Diamond Fist coin. Just saw it sold out this AM. Yeah, crazy. So that's news to me. We found out here live. I was going to let people know it's there, but it's crazy that it's sold out already again. I think this may be the third order that they placed for these. They should order a whole bunch more. So hopefully they'll do that. Good to see you guys. All right. Let's take a look here and see what we've got. Let's refresh this and see. Silver now down $6.14, now down 7.22%. Down below $80 again to $79.26. Gold down $172.10 to $4,719.30. We've not talked about platinum and palladium. Platinum down $120, down over 5.4% to $2,079. Palladium down $72 to $1,667. And I've lost. I'm making a big buy. Salivate's law is in effect. And I've been pretty lucky on the run up for the precious metals, but I made a buy of gold thinking it would go up, but it's going down. So I'm losing out a little bit with that gold purchase, but it's okay. It is what it is. You got to roll with the punches whenever you do that. You always make that call, that potential in your mind that the price could fall even further. All right, here we go. John Knox says here, let me get over to this. We've got to be effective in this situation. John Knox, I can see silver dropping to $53 as first area of support, $40 a second, 35 as worst case floor scenario. We could get a dead cat bounce before that, perhaps coinciding with actions against Iran. It will be interesting to see what happens when Asia opens and catches up. I feel sorry for those who bought at $121 FOMO top. It has since dropped 39% in the last 48 hours after that. Yes, indeed. Well, I tell you what, John, I don't think we're going to see $40, but I could be wrong. We could see it. I'm thinking 50 is going to be the floor, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So far, it's now down exactly $6 and to $79.40. There it is. As I slurp my way through this broadcast, gold down $166.50, $4,724. Platinum down 92. Palladium down 64. Very good. All right, let's see here. And let's press 4. We've got this from X marks spot. Just wonder how many tons of gold Sal's owns. The world may never know. Oh man. Let's see. Well, you will if you see my full stack video, but it is not not in tons. That's for sure. Jigajal says here, or Jigay. I don't know how to pronounce that. Doing my chores and running errands to pass time to get to tonight's trades. All right, well, thank you. I hope you, Jig. Jig will join us tonight. Hopefully, we're here. Everybody's here. Watching these things move. Joseph Dockett. I've not done a video on the U.S. debt clock in a while. I'm going to probably do another video on that soon. But I have a whole playlist on the U.S. debt clock that I've been doing. Just not done one because of this crazy market moves. There's so much to talk about. But yeah, I think it's a good resource. Some people say it's not totally accurate, but I think it's close enough for government work, right? There you go. And Hoosier Stacker says if it floors to 50, he's still ahead. That's right. Me too. Exactly right. $50 is not a bad number for silver to get to, by the way. A lot of people think it's, it's like the devil. Oh, no, you can't be that, be that down on silver. $50 is very good. That if we can say that it will never fall below, that will highly unlikely fall below $50 silver, that's a huge victory, especially for those of us who've been stacking a long time. And Hoosier Stacker, he knows. Super E-Rock, stop with all the gold silver idolatry. Your life doesn't depend on gold and silver. Never said it does, Super E-Rock. I don't know why you would say that. Your destiny depends on relationship with God. Never can't argue with that either. All this day-to-day worrying about the stuff is just nonsense. Lots of people claim to be Christian, and many are going to say, Lord, Lord, to their own tragedy. Well, I hate these judgmental comments like this. Super E-Rock's been on the channel a while. I don't know why he's saying this. But just because I talk about precious metals every day does not mean that I'm depending on them or that I idolize them. And that's very judgmental of you to say that. Nonetheless, it's a good reminder, but he's basically judging me with this. Stop with all the gold silver idolatry. And so it's just crazy. These kind of Christians are the worst kind of Christians that come in and just with their piety, make these kind of assumptions. So anyways, James Unleashed, thank you so much, my friend. The flash crash reminds me of year 2020 when silver price dropped from $18 to $12. That's right. In fact, it took a few months to recover after that. That's right. And for sure. And that was a very unique situation then. This is a unique situation now, but you're right. Thank you, James Unleashed. In fact, it went to $11, I think, and 50 some odd cents. I remember that because it was such a wild time for sure. But yes, indeed. Yes. B.R. Williams is here. Good to see you. A lot of good folks here tonight. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being here. Yep. Somebody tell Gort to turn his speakers up because we got sound. And Poland is the world's 5th largest silver producer, 1,300 tons. Wow. Yep. And apparently they have found other deposits there too. We'll see if that pans out. Dutch 125. says this. Hoping price keeps crashing back to under 50, put some of these crooked LCSs and big dealers out of business for screwing the public for what they've been doing. Hoping Monday will be at least under 60 by COMEX open and move down to sub 50. Well, Dutch, I disagree. The coin shops are really under stress right now. Dealers and coin shops are under stress. This is an unprecedented, even those that hedge, they're in unprecedented territory. They got to move with the markets, just the way it goes. They're not out to screw you, that's for sure. I just disagree with that, but it's not. You have to have a fundamental understanding of how that works with dealers and with local coin shops. A lot of them are trying to serve their customers with great risk. All right, here we go. The markets indeed are down tonight, but they're recovering a little bit from the losses that we saw, but not by much. Gold down $134.70 to $4,756.70. Silver down $4.47, $80.93. There it is for sure. Down. Platinum is also down 90. Palladium down 47. Pirate Metals, thank you, my friend. He says $50 silver. I lost at least $500,000 in my shop on Friday. $50 silver is probably happening. A long-time listener, long-time follower. Thanks, Al. All right, thank you. Well, thank you, my friend. So he agrees with me that we could see it happen. I think it'll happen. But you know what? I got a lot of hate for saying that, and I'm fine with that. But the thing is, you got to understand it's an opinion. Everybody's got an opinion and a view. I don't make any wagers or bets on it. I just say this could happen. I also don't tell you to make any decisions about buying or selling based off of that either. So that's what it's about. So anyways, but thank you. Thank you, Pirate Metals. I appreciate that, my friend. Very kind of you indeed. And let's see here. All right. Now, silver's recovering a little bit more here. It's clawing back some of those losses. It's now $81.98, down $3.42. Gold is now down just $124.20. Man, I tell you, it's crazy. I'm tapped out on gold here. I made a purchase, and man, now regret. You can't have any regrets when you buy precious metals. You got to roll with the punches. It is what it is. But there we go. Here it is. A North Star Stacker. Thank you so much, North Star, for the 5 spot. Check out North Star Stacker's channel. Attorney Michael Align says to the moon. There we go. It will be going to the moon. Actually, maybe in a month it'll go to the moon. Actually, maybe in a couple of days if the launch window works. Attorney Michael Lane. There's a lot of silver on the Artemis 2 mission. And we have Reefer Gill with a 10 spot. Thank you, Reefer Gill. Little train happening there. Thank you, Reefer Gill. Appreciate that so much. Very kind of you indeed. That's right. Hate is a waste of energy. That's right. Exactly. Love pays more dividends. And all the haters should love me. You know what I mean? Love me tender. Love me true. Love me with your Mountain Dew. All right, there we go. Right, that makes no sense, but anyway, who cares if it doesn't make any sense? We're here. We're having fun. Silver clawing back more. Now down just $2.94 to $82 and now 17 cents right now. Gold down $107.90 to $4,783. We shall see what happens here tonight. Moving along. These markets are happening here tonight. Going crazy. Yes, indeed. For sure. So we'll see here. Yeah, let's take a look and see the green candles. Grumpy Grandpa says, let's see here. Let's take a look. And we're about 20 minutes away from the top of the hour here. And there are some green candles happening here, as we've seen this point. And here you can see, figure this out. There's our gap down tonight. There was the gap down. Okay. Very good. Native Silver Stacker, buy the dip. That's right. Good idea to buy that dip for sure. You're all right, Native Silver Stacker. True. Very good. Let's see here. Yeah, Gorma, I don't know. I don't know what the likelihood of an attack is. I think Trump is positioning himself there strategically, but it could be they're not in a position to really to negotiate for too much. They're going to have to capitulate more than negotiate, I think, Iran. The question is, will they do that? I don't know. So I don't know what that's going to look like. And there we go. Let's go up here to see what Willa has to say on this. We'll get back to the markets again here in a moment. That's right, exactly, Jam Unleashed. We're in the business of filling gaps. That's exactly right. That's what we do with gold and silver, because the Fed never. That's right, exactly. And let's see here. And we've got Willa says it would be nice to know if the U.S. government had a solid gold and silver reserve, enough to shore up its position in the global monetary system. And we know, well, if you believe it, we do have about 8,133 tons of gold in our reserves. But we may be getting a strategic stockpile of silver as well. We don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll see here. Bluetooth blades. All gaps must be filled. Thank you, sir, with the 2 spot. That's right. All gaps must be filled indeed. Now let's do a few more here. We'll get right back to the markets. Real Nalik says stackers of physical silver are the ultimate winners. That's right. In the end, we measure our wealth in ounces, not dollars. And we've got this. War Prophet says here, I have a question. If refineries are up to their necks in silver and refusing to take silver or even guarantee them a price, how is there a shortage? Because they have a bottleneck. They got a bottleneck of silver in there. It's a shortage of silver getting to the end result to be refined. It's a bottleneck, really, more than a shortage. Many dealers are refusing to buy. What's happening appears to have been happening since 2011. Paper shorts rigging the price. Well, no, this time is different. We didn't see all of this bottlenecks before now. Not even in 2022. Let's see here. The game's apocalypse. In with this and says, not humbling, not a crash. This is central bank currency war, gold and silver and money. That's what this is. Well, actually, no, it's not at all have to do anything with a central bank currency war. It is a crash. It is humbling. I completely disagree with this comment completely. I mean, it's okay. You can have your viewpoint, but the price went down for very specific reasons because of the Fed share and because of other factors, and they profit taking, people coming in and what the Fed does or doesn't do can play a huge role. And we just saw it tumble from there. People panic selling, essentially is what happened, and everybody overreacted. But so far it's continuing right now, so we'll see. All right. And Tucson Bubba with a smile on face, thank you so much. Osterreich, there you go. Republic Osterreich. We've got this here. DS shut up and buy. I bought a Buffalo. There you go. All right, there you go. You bought on the dip. And Wine Weasel, we all knew it would come because too much money was lost on paper, so they pump and dump and short to get back to where it was enough, or will it rise again? Well, there was some speculative buying. There was some speculative buying in there as well, and that never ends well, for sure. Atkins halted trading. Never seen this from Atkins ever. Something is up for short from UK dealers. Wow, that is interesting. So Atkins has halted trading. And actually, I just saw also something very interesting. That what happened with Scottsdale. Joss Fair went to an international conference and said he talked to central banks. He talked to a lot of wholesalers. He says demand is absolutely through the roof and not slowing down at all. The flash crash is effectively a bank bailout behind the curtain, in my opinion. Yes. Well, it could be, but I'm telling you, yes, it is a bailout because, especially for the short positions, which JP Morgan did not have as many short positions. They went long before, but some of these other banks did have short positions still in play. I actually talked about that in a prior video too. But yeah, it is a gift, that's for sure. All right, let's see here. Why are people buying copper at over 10 times melt value? Just go to scrapyard and buy it for 40 cents an ounce. Yeah, I don't know. I have to go to a scrapyard. I don't know if you can just. I don't know how you would get it. You have to probably take the activity, go in there and do that, get the activity and make it happen, or you have to go through and yank it out of whatever items are in the scrapyard. I don't know if it's gonna be that easy to do, but yeah, you shouldn't. We shouldn't be stacking copper at these prices. I bought some copper way overpriced just because I wanted the certain pieces. But anyways, but let's see here. Gold now down $123 to $4,768.40. Silver down $4 to $81.40. Seems to be stabilizing around this area right now as you watch these markets move. And we get closer to the top of the hour where the next, I think we'll see Korea open. I think we'll see Korea open and maybe Tokyo. Or maybe Philippines. I forget which one's open. Maybe Singapore. We'll see what opens then. All right. So there we go. All right. All right. Now it's down $5.73. So there is some pull on silver prices in the Asian markets. Now see, these prices going down. These prices are going down. Pretty rapidly here tonight. And you can't blame this on JP Morgan. What's happening now, you can't blame on JP Morgan. Unless there's suppression going on in the Asian markets right now, I don't know how you can blame this on anything else. But I think people are, I don't know, the blood is still in the street for the markets right now. All right. Russell Davidson, gold has value in industrial and technological areas like silver. However, it's also something very different and mesmerize humans for a long time. It's from space, doesn't tarnish, it's dense in weight, and it's easy and common. It's not easy or common to attain. Humans have valued many various items that have lost their value over time. Gold has never stopped being obsessed over for a reason. That's true. That's right, Russell. You're exactly right in all that. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Let's get back over to this, see what we've got here. Ribrise rabbit holes, BlackRock dumping crypto, and Nancy Pelosi selling off all her stock is very encouraging. I trust inverse Kramer. There you go. Yes, indeed. There you go. And first on this video, about 3 signs silver could plunge further. Well, so far, it's happening now. It's happening already. For sure. All right. From Atkinson's, temporary pause on online trading due to market volatility and increased demand. We've temporarily paused online trading. Trading will resume when markets reopen. Okay, so markets are reopening now, but in London they've not opened yet, so maybe we will see a resumption of trade there. Very good. All right, thank you. All right. And Paper Tiger says Golden Graham. All right. We shall see. Mutant Rife. Are we chasing PMs like lemmings? Drill baby drill will lower inflation. Crude oil is the main driver of inflation. Crude oil futures to predict the future inflation. Well, I disagree with that. Crude oil is not the main driver of inflation. It may drive up prices due to the cost of oil going up and the cost of oil and everything else, but that's not inflation. Inflation is caused by 2 things: government spending and the Federal Reserve printing money. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. Anyways, crude oil futures inverted and gold also correlates. Charts don't drive the markets, conditions drive the markets. The war in Ukraine will end. Will the negotiations open the commodity taps from Russia and flood the markets? We'll see. That very well could be. I think if the war in Ukraine does end, I think that will be a good thing. And we might see the precious metals go back down. And who knows what else could happen. Most first, thank you. All right. Bill Arrington with some algorithmic gold bars on this. We've got Suri Fajavar says, keep buying and holding, folks. Don't let the paper system manipulate us. That's right. You just buy and hold on. Now, if you've not seen this video, I posted it, and I didn't get very many views, but people need to see this type of content too. 3 signs that silver could plunge further, and right now it's playing itself out. Now, silver is falling a little bit more. We'll see. If we see a couple more days like this, we may have seen the end of the bull run. I'm not saying it's there yet. I'm not ready to call that yet, but if we see a couple more days of it, at least for now, we may see it come to an end pretty close. All right. Let's see here. So we've got silver now down $4.36 to $81.04. Gold down $141.60 now to $4,749.80. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. So there it is. All right, those that are they can fulfill back orders and reassure buyers that everything sold is in stock and guaranteed for delivery. Okay, that makes sense. Yep, some of these they need to take a pause. I know one of the local coin shops in my area is closing down early several days a week in order to process items that have been sold to them. So it's crazy. Let's see here. A wild market indeed. We're watching these markets move in real time. Silver now fighting to recapture its losses that we saw. Silver we saw get down to $76.89. And I believe that was close to the bottom that we saw on Friday. Or was it $74? I forget which one it is. But let's see here. And gold down $129.20, $4,762.20. Platinum down $95. But platinum is still doing very good this year overall. $2,104. Palladium down $51. I just find it hard to believe that all of these metals are being suppressed at the same time at almost the same rate. So I think we're witnessing just the normal reaction, normal consolidation pullback, but in hyperdrive in this case, as was the case Friday. So who knows? We'll see what happens here. Golden Graham says this. Well, it's actually called the devil's metal due to Judas selling Jesus for 30 ounces of silver. Yes, I could see that. For being the original reason why it was called the devil's metal. But in this day and age, it's because of volatility. All I see is silver is on sale. There you go, Plebeimus. It is on sale indeed. You are right. Thank you for the thumbs up, Substantial Hope. Appreciate that. Let's take a look at the market, shall we, while we're here, just for gits and shiggles. Silver down $139 to $4,752.40. I mean, that's gold. Gold is down that much. Silver is down 4.17%, down $3.55 to $81.85 tonight. So there that is. Platinum down 97. Palladium down 49. Let's take a look at the volume of trading here tonight and see what we've got happening here. There we go. This is the bottom we saw, where there was very minimal trading and just slipped right on down here. And I think it was $74 an ounce we saw. Yeah, $73 and change there. And this was the opening of the market tonight, and this was a gap down that we saw. So there's an attempt of a recovery here. There's resistance up and down and now up again. So we're seeing it. We're minutes away. We're about 3 minutes away from the next opening. And so there you go. Let's see. So there's where we're at now. So we'll keep an eye on this, especially at the top of the hour, and see what happens. Let's answer a few more comments. $36 soon. All right. So, yeah. I don't think that's going to happen, but hey, at this point, I don't rule much out, but I kind of doubt we're going to get back that far, but we'll see here. All right, let's see. Yeah, we could see a double top potential here, Jorge. That is possible. I don't rule that out either, honestly. In fact, my guest on Saturday's video says that we could see it again. In fact, my poll, 56% of you believe we could see a double top out, or at least above $100 again, because it did briefly get to $120. J. Monlease, thanks for posting a link to Bill 457's channel. And Wayne Zook says, I heard devil's metal because Judas used silver to betray Christ. Yes, that probably was the original reason why that was the case. Richard Metcalf, I wish I was in a position to accumulate gold at a record pace. A little bit at a time will have to do. Yep, exactly. Just be patient, work within your budget. Understandable. You're right, Richard. And let us see what we've got here. We've got gold now down $146 to $4,745.40. Silver down $4.18 to $81.22. Platinum down 84. Palladium is down 37 tonight. So there we go. Big moves. All the metals down, but there's some fight left in them all here, as we are literally getting very, very close to the top of the next hour here. And we'll see what opens next. Let's refresh this and see. I dare not click on any of these because let's just look at Tokyo. Tokyo opens up next. Okay, there you go. So Tokyo is going to open up in 30 seconds. Tokyo will open up. So we'll watch this light turn green. So the Tokyo markets will open up here in just a few seconds. And then we'll go back and check and see what Tokyo is telling us about silver, especially silver, as we wait the Asian markets, or the rest of the Asian markets to open up, but especially Shanghai. That's what the SGE is, and their price of silver, I think it's still around $128. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. All right. Let's see here where we're at now. Let's refresh this and see. Because it's not lighting up here yet. Come on, let's refresh it. There it is. All right, so we got Korea and Tokyo both open right now. Now let's take a look at it over here. Korea and Tokyo both open. Let's take a look at the prices here. And so far, it's not reflecting yet, but it takes a while. It takes a few minutes to do that, but so far, markets are moving down $3.73 right now to $81.67 for silver. Gold down $149.40 to $4,742. There it is. But you know what? Through the ups and downs, hold on to your silver. All right, so attorney Michael Align thinks that we're going to go to $120 again. So he believes we're going to revisit that again, so we'll see if that happens. I don't rule that out, obviously, but hey, let's see what happens here. But silver's not the worst performing asset tonight so far. It is platinum, down 4.89% to down $107 right now as a percentage there. By percentage tonight. Crazy, crazy. All right, let's refresh this. See here. All right, down 3.58%. We'll revisit that. We're going to look at the volume here as well in a bit. Liberty versus freedom. Peace. Thank you so much. Appreciate that on that video here. We've got Super E-Rock says, oh, it's definitely going to crash. So is gold and platinum. But that's okay because money doesn't matter. Precious metals has value because it's pretty. And that's all you need to worry about. As long as it stays pretty, who cares what the price is? Well, Super E-Rock, you should not be idolizing gold and silver and platinum by calling it pretty. That's idolization. You should work on your relationship with God. And just give him a little bit of his own medicine that he said in the other comment here. Let's see, you're crazy. Anyways, 56% of you believe that silver is going to reach $100 again by the end of this week out of 1,969 votes. Maybe more of you will vote. And I'm sure many of you did not partake in the pressing the thumbs up button, but hey, there's still a chance to do that if you want to do it. I would be open-minded to that. Soul Genetics back to $100 tonight when the market opens. Lord, please. Well, sorry you didn't get your whoosh yet, but it is early. We'll see what happens here. So far, we're seeing the precious metals stay relatively around the same pace, even with Tokyo and Korea open. Let's see what's going on here. Here we go. I don't know. Is this frozen? I don't see much activity. It looks like it's happening here about 3 minutes after. I guess that is a little bit of selling happening, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Now down just $3.02 for silver tonight to $82.38. Gold down $118.30. So not much activity. Notable activity with the markets open for. Already have 477 thumbs up and almost 2,000 votes in the poll. Crazy how people can partake in a poll, but they won't press the thumbs up button. Okay, all right. Let's see here. And all right, let's get to some more comments. Mark Jameson on my video here about what could happen. 3 warning signs that silver could plunge even further. Says, when things is corrupted, all you can do is try to anticipate the next move liars and thieves will do, not condition of the market or true value of what you hold. That's right. The value, there's more to it than just its price. But obviously, price is important when we're buying and selling. We got to keep that in mind. But when you value it in your stack, when you hold it in your possession, price matters a little bit less for sure. Unless you need to sell or have to sell. Let's see here. There's something too committal about pressing the like button. Well, if they can commit to a vote in the poll, they can certainly commit to pressing the thumbs up button, I would think. We got 542 likes according to THS. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Sunday Morning Stacker. You pressed the thumbs up button. He bought over the weekend as well. I did too before the drop here tonight. Hindsight's 2020. That's okay. Chicagoland meteorite. It should hold at 78. Well, actually, we'll see if it does. It got under that tonight a little bit, but didn't stay there long. But gold down $122.10 right now to $4,769.30. Silver down $3.21 to $82.19 tonight. Platinum down 92. Palladium down 40. We'll keep an eye on this for sure. And see what we've got happening here tonight. Yes, indeed. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks to all those who press the thumbs up button. We've got the Organis idiot says, how about $38? I have heard 95% of all gaps get filled. All right. Yes, I guess that's possible. Kind of doubt it, but hey, it's possible. All right. Casual preparedness. It was JP Morgan that caused this, is what I heard on several channels. Don't believe everything you hear on any channel, including this channel. I don't think it was JP Morgan that caused this. Obviously, they hold the most positions of silver, so they were utilized, but only as a catalyst. I don't know that they themselves actually, they own silver too, but JP Morgan was long for the most part, but some places are getting back into the short positions again, betting the speculative trading was going to come to an end. And I think that could be happening. Folks, I don't want to say it this early, but this move here tonight, if we see this continue into the opening bell in New York tomorrow, this is not a good sign. In other words, we may have seen the end of the bull run. If this continues for tomorrow into the next day, it is possible, but I don't rule out a double top either. That could come, but we'll see here. All right. It's just really volatile right now. It's hard to say what's going to happen. And so far, right now, gold is now down just $2.50 to $82.90. Now it's up to $83.57, just like that. $83.57. Gold down $107.50 to $4,783.90. So it looks like there's some activity and some buyers in Seoul, in Korea, as well as some buyers in Tokyo tonight. Sure. All right, let's see here. Let's take a look at the volume, shall we? Volume holding pretty steady and increasing a bit as it's moving back up a little bit here. There's that gap down. So we'll see. There's that gap down here tonight. And here it's trying to recapture the losses that they got here tonight. So yeah. They're warring for territory, it looks like. Gold down just $100 tonight. So yeah, look at this. This may have some sea legs. Very well could. Soul Brothers, that's right, Soul Brothers. On the train to Busan. On the train to Busan, we got some Soul Brothers happening. Oh yeah. Insane in the membrane. Oh man, let's see here. Let's get over here, see what we've got with some more comments. All right, tank, then truck, bring it. All right, so he thinks it's going to fall down hard and then go right back up again. All right, we shall see. All right, it could happen. Not one AU chimes in with this and says, first sign, no wars, with peace and love around the world. Second sign, Trump has made America great again and dollar is king. Third, no shortage of silver. They now print physical silver and gold. I wouldn't mind it going lower for a couple of months because I need more. I'm going to Ron's basement where silver is going to be $300. Just joking. There you go. Not one AU. All right. Very good. Thank you, sir. All right. A lot of good folks here. Oh, man. Dean R. spent a year in Korea. He was loved a long time. Nice. Loved long time. Glad Dean R. is here. All right, we can see silver. All right, silver's making a comeback tonight, folks. It is now down just 67 cents now. Wow, to $84.73. Man, oh man. Gold now down just $72.70. I mean, I say just, it's still a lot, but in comparison to what it was earlier, it's not down by a whole lot. To $4,818.70. Platinum down 66 bucks. Palladium down 9. Yes, indeed. There it is. Let's take a look at the volume, shall we, with silver specifically. Volume seems to be tapering off a bit. Tapering off a little bit, but and the volume tapers off, the price goes up at this point in time. It's crazy. All right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at this. Climbing up here. Moving on up. We may see it go into the green tonight, possible. Which is kind of what I had expected anyway. A little bit of a recovery. So it could still happen. Tonight, we'll see here. We'll revisit those in a moment. The true test is going to be Shanghai tonight, I think. Shanghai is going to be very interesting. See what happens there. Sal was right. $50 incoming, says deported illegals. Well, I don't want to pat myself on the back yet for that call. Hasn't happened yet. May not happen, but we'll see here. Let's see here. And let's see here. Jeffrey Christian, whatever he says, do the opposite, says Jerlaugh. Well, I'm not the biggest fan of his either, but you know, I don't know. He's not wrong any more than he's right. I think just like anybody else. But we'll see here. Ribeyes Rabbit Hole says, BlackRock dumped crypto and has huge holdings in gold and silver, according to the AI. Interesting. Wow. Did not know that. I probably want to verify that and see if they've done that. But that would be interesting if that's the case. Yes, indeed. And we've got Kurt Knorr. Can't wait for the Sunday Live. And we are here, Kurt. I hope you're with us tonight. We got a fairly decent crowd. I think I'll go back up until next Friday's nonsense. Eventually, people will get sick of being robbed for paper, and the physical price will realize. I'm guessing around $75. And that's one of my biggest things, my biggest mentions, or one of my biggest mission on this channel is that so that people will buy and hold to empower themselves no matter what the price is. I really do believe that, to have a core silver stack. That's the whole reason why I created the Diamond Fist round. And the Diamond Fist round is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I think people get it. The message is out there. They've sold out again. I think this is the third batch that is sold out now from Summit Metals. I need to grab a whole bunch more, because there's something empowering about holding a wealth outside the system. There really is. It really doesn't matter what the price is. It sends a very powerful message. I agree with you, Kurt. And one Johnny Barleycorn. People look at it this way: if the price of silver and gold goes down more, then it's cheaper to buy. That's true. Exactly right. And let's see here. Let's get to this. We got Mike's USA price 85. Rest of the world 110 plus. U.S. owns 5%. China owns India 80%. COMEX sets nothing soon. Paper dies. Well, it's not quite as simple as that. Shanghai was closed on Friday, and by the way, the markets in China, they were buying back at world prices. In other words, Western prices. Razor Ready, $2 a super chat. Thank you, sir. So still saying $2 is a floor. Too much at stake. You could be right, Razor Ready. I'm thinking it's going to be lower than that, but you could be right. Right now, silver price is recovering from a loss. It almost got down. It got down to $76.89 earlier tonight, Mark Razor. And then it recovered, and now it's down just 44 cents. So the gap down that we saw earlier has almost been wiped out. Still there a little bit, but it's down $84.96. And gold down $53.90 right now to $4,837.50. Platinum down 66. Palladium down $11 now. So there it is. So this is the highest that silver has been in this trading session, as Seoul and Korea, or Seoul, Korea, as well as Tokyo, Japan, have joined Melbourne, or let's see here, Australian Securities Exchange, which I think is in Melbourne, and New Zealand Stock Exchange. So there's 4 markets open yet. The big one is going to be Shanghai, obviously, and Hong Kong. Both of those are closed right now. So there we go. Yeah, it failed. They got it back up above 76. I tried, Goma. They got it back up above 76 again. All right. In fact, for fear of this thing crapping out on me, let's see here. Let's see when Shanghai opens, shall we? 1 hour and 13 minutes from right now. So we'll open tonight. We'll see if my voice can hold out that long. Part of me kind of wants to, is not sure I want to stay up. I got other things to do, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If we see a strong recovery, or it dipped down a whole lot further, we may come back to that. I may actually leave that window open, just for gits and chiggles. One common theme with stackers: whenever there's a big move downward, let's pack up. The show's over. That's right. We got to hold on. I want to encourage people to hold on. Hang in there. Look at this. Silver now back in the green tonight. Silver's back in the green. It's up 61 cents tonight. Look at that. Wow. Silver made a comeback, a pretty strong comeback now. And I honestly thought that would have happened right at the opening of the bell, or opening of the pre-trades. But it is happening later. Now it's up almost $1. Look at this, folks. Silver in the green. Over $1 up. It went from 76.89 to boom, $86.39, up 99 cents, 1.17% up. Gold is now down just $36.50. It's likely going to go in the green as well. Platinum is still down, but not as much. It's down $58. Palladium down 18. I think this is something where we're likely going to see the consolidation between Shanghai and the markets, and this ties in with my video coming tomorrow. If what we're starting to see right now occurs through the night, it will tie in with what my video is going to be tomorrow. I hope you will watch the video tomorrow morning. Very important video that I've got to have on what I think is happening, what I perceive to be happening here and playing itself out, especially with silver tonight. So yes, indeed, surprise, surprise, surprise. Wow, look at that. And we'll see how this plays. Interesting move tonight. As more markets open up, more traders get in. Look at the opportunity. And it is shining. Are we off to the races or are we off to the places, as Peapod says? I don't know, but either way, silver's doing its thing with a THANG. That's exactly right. That's a technical term. All right. And we'll see. Still early in the night, for sure. Now up $1.34 for silver. And gold is now just down $40.30 for gold tonight. 86.74. Let's take a look at this. We're going to look back and see. There was the gap down, and now look at that. Recovered. Back up there indeed. Look at that. Amazing. Wow. Scooping it up with a moderate volume, by the way. The volume is relatively moderate here. So interesting. Interesting indeed. That's what we're looking at here tonight. Now up to $87.31. $1.91, up 2.24%. Gold now down just $37.50. So look at that. Wow. We're going to keep a close eye on that, obviously, as we peruse our way through. But let's get a few more comments here. We've got Roger Yao, 1858, says this. I'm addicted to stacking. I pray for a 50% drop in the price of silver. It gives stackers double silver for the price, 2 ounces for the price of 1. There we go. I hear you. Yep, it sure would. Well, if the premiums do the right thing. We'll see here. Very good. Very good. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, and people like Joel says, Sal, didn't I tell you I called it publicly? Anybody that says that, I don't keep a note on what you people say about what silver is going to do. Very rare that I do that, because everybody makes calls and comes back and says, see, I told you so, Sal. I told you. And, 14 videos ago on the 74th comment down, I told you that silver is going to go back up. I don't pay attention to what you got. I mean, you say it, that's fine. I have to take your word for it. But, it is what it is. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate it. Yep, I'm the only channel that has been consistently doing this every single Sunday night, no matter what happens, no matter how exciting or unexciting the markets are. We're here, and there's a small crowd tonight because Silver Dragons is kind of raining on my parade, taking a lot of views away, because I think he's doing this too. But I don't blame him, and it is an unusual time. Here we are. We're definitely in very unprecedented times for sure. Silver, though, holding out here, holding steady, up 2.24%, up $1.91 to $87.31. Gold up, now down just $26.50 tonight. This is the highest gold's been in the trading session so far here, $4,864.90, although the high at the right is showing $48.74.70. And so there it is. The high for silver is showing at $87.77. So there we go. So we'll see how this plays out. All right. Okay. And let's do this comment. We've got Finn Rash. Maybe a dip is coming. If so, I'm buying before it hits $200 by the end of the year. All right. Well, I mean, people are making some pretty wild calls. We'll see. I don't rule it out, but I kind of doubt it. Matt Bittner, yeah, compared to what I've been getting on Sunday nights, Matt Bittner, we've been getting about double the views we usually get with these wild market watches. We've been getting about double those views. I'm so happy for everybody being here. Make no mistake about that for sure. I appreciate that. All right. And Brooke Colbert says, I think it could drop between 55 and 60 an ounce before it goes back up, and I will continue to buy. There we go. All right. Yes, indeed. That's the spirit. All right. Yeah, that's right. International Stacker has been doing a lot of lives. Yes, indeed. He sure has. A whole heck of a lot of lives. And that's fine. That's great. Liquid Electrum, appreciate you being here, my friend. Let's take a look here at the markets. Gold now $88. There it is. It's now up over 3% right now. Up over 3% at this moment in time. $2.66. Silver has broken $88 again. Wow. 57% of the poll participants believe we're going to see $100 silver by the end of this week. And gold is now down just $12.30 right now. That's it. All right, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Mike, Attorney Michael Line. I appreciate that. And those other guys are great too. Don't make no mistake, they're great. There's a reason why they got more views than I do, but they're great. They got their own personalities for sure. Appreciate that. Let's see here, very good. Maple Leaf and Silver Eagle coals are good value. Yes, indeed. If you can get them coal, some of those coals you order from local coin shops or from coin dealers. They still look great. They don't look like coals, but Centurion Silver is here. Welcome, Centurion. Long time. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Centurion Silver, good to see you, my friend. Yes, indeed. He's a blast from the past. Last video I saw, he was chilling out on a lake with Hollywood, I think. Yes, good times over there. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you. Look at that. 87.93. Look at that. Oh, thank you, Jorge. I appreciate that. Yeah, overdone is spelled fake. Not only did I not sell, I bought in close for the weekend. There you go, Sunday morning stacker. Yep, I bought too, thinking the prices are going to go back up. And right now, I'm getting happier and happier that I made the purchase I made if gold goes into positive territory. Because right now, it's only down $9.30. Silver is down $2.53 tonight. Oh, now there's some push and pull on these markets here. Yes, indeed. There we go. Platinum down 34. Palladium down 13. Good to see Multi-Gunman is here. Good to see you guys. Okay. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Bay Nigyan. Yep, always unscripted. Like to do it. Let's do it live. Screw it, we'll do it live. That's right, exactly. Here we go. Okay. Let's get the next comment here from Wine Weasel. It's all gone in the UK. Nothing for sale. Yep, Atkinson's. We're here. The Atkinson's has stopped trading, at least for now, until the markets open up there soon. And Willa, Sal, fools like myself will try to take full advantage of an even further fall in price. There you go. You're very wise to take advantage of the fall in price. Yes, indeed. Robert Meyer says, M2 gold is destiny. JWC's son-in-law can't change the trajectory. All right. I don't know what JWC stands for, but anyways. That's right. Yep, Bill O'Reilly. That's right, Jorge. That's exactly it. And we've got this from Wicked Sticky Flowers. Only thing that bothers me is I could have waited a few weeks and I got more, but still a win-win. Yep, there you go. That's right. What's happening now? Okay, silver pulling back a little bit, but it's still in the green tonight. Gold pulling back a little bit more now. It's now down almost $50, $49.50. There it is. All right, very good. Tucker Carlson and Peter Schiff interview. I've not seen that. Might be worth a listen. Have to check that out. But silver is now up $1.09. But we did see it up more than that earlier. But hey, be very interested to see how this plays out with gold. Silver being the only one in the green tonight. By the way, gold to silver ratio, in case you were wondering, 56.05. 56.05. Gold to silver ratio tonight. There it is. All right. Wild moves. And we got just over an hour now before Shanghai opens up. RSI and volume. Let's take a look at the volume for silver. It is sitting here. I don't know how to pull the RSI, but there's a lot more volume happening now, which is pushing the prices back a little bit. But I don't know how to get the RSI to show up here. And I know I've talked about the RSI, but I forgot exactly what it stands for or what it means. Yeah, but the RSI is something that will, I think it's an indicator of where it's going. Let me see here. Anyways, yeah, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that. We're watching these things and move in real time. There's silver hair stackers with us tonight, but looking at this volume, we can see when it tapers off, the volume tapers off, the price tends to go up, as we're seeing here now. But 8707 right now, up almost 2% again. Relative strength index. Okay, relative strength index. Okay, so that gives us an idea of how strong the markets are. All right, let's see here. Apocalypse Promotions here says here, due to all the hysteria and manipulation, I was forced to check in on my silver. Great news, all my ounces are still there. Where it fell over to one side of the boat when it got lost. There you go, exactly right. That's the way to do it. Indicators tab. Okay, relative strength indicators in the indicators tab. Let's see if we can pull that. And let's see here. Let me see if I can get that back then. Oh, that's what I clicked on that. Okay, let's see here. Relative strength indicator. There we go. All right. So we look at that. When it's up above this, what does it mean? If it's stronger, does that mean the price is going to go up? I don't know. Here it is. Relative strength is here. Because the moving average also means, right? JM Unleashed mentions the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. If it's above or below 50, it means it's a good buy. But this shows here what this is. Strong, kind of pulling back a little bit. Obviously, it wavers big time. It went down, which means it's negative. Now this is, see, it's correlating. The relative strength index is correlating here. So 50 is neutral. That's right. Thank you for that, K. Paulson. 50 is neutral. So it's basically correlating here with this. Overbought and oversold. So this is the line where it's overbought and oversold right here. Is that what you're saying? So if it goes above this line, it's overbought and undersold there. All right, we'll leave that up for a little bit. 86.40 now. See what we've got with this comment from the one and the only Cybercurtain Twitcher. Can somebody give me a thumbs up count of where we're at with the thumbs up? I hope we get 1,000 tonight. I hope we will. Cybercurtain Twitcher, well, I did say we were in for an interesting year, so nothing would surprise me at this point. Exactly right. Me either. Now's the time to buy. Very good. It's one of the most popular and widely used momentum oscillators. Of course, it's changing kind of with the price, too. It goes that quickly. So it's hard to keep up with, right? When it gets to 30, that's when you buy in. All right? When it gets to 30, that's when you buy in. So right now, it's at 64. But what's this 46? So there's a purple line and a yellow line. I don't know really what that means. That's a range, trading range. I don't know. So I don't know. But if it goes right along with the price, how do you, I don't know. I guess it's just other indicators based off of the price. I'm watching this move, but anyways. Okay, let's see here. Let's get back over to this. Stabilizing around this territory. Silver still up tonight. Gold down slightly, down 44 bucks. No More Libs chimes in with this and says, let's hope so with the serious P. Hucking We all just took the high prices and a good pullback would allow us to start stacking again, hoping for gold to take a huge hit too. Smash it down. I'm still stacking. Remember, kids, only ounces count. There you go. Once it falls between 40 and 20 RSI, you start to buy. There you go. All right, thank you, attorney Michael. Yes, indeed. So you start to buy in that range. So if it goes yellow and purple in that range, that's a good buy area. Okay, thank you. RSI base moving average. Okay, thank you, James Unleashed, for that. So purple is the one we were watching, and then the average it out is the RS, if there's that other range here. Let's see if we can get back to that. Oh, let me pull it back up again. So the did I get this real quick? I'm going to forget this. Purple is RSI. Yeah, yellow is the average. Okay, average. There you go. That makes sense. That's moving less wildly. The average is. So far, moving back up, 85.79. 86.04 right now for silver. So there it is. Up 3/4 of a percentage point. Gold down $61.40. So there is a little bit of pressure on gold right now, or silver, rather. Now up just 64 cents tonight. Interesting. Interesting indeed. These are the markets. We've got less than an hour before Shanghai opens. There it is. Watching these markets move in real time. What a wild time it is indeed. All right, very good. Oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate it very, very much. And let's see here. Snakebite says here, well, the way I see it, if it pulls back, the more I will purchase more, just cost average at this point. There you go. Dollar cost averaging is key to be a successful stacker. Let's see here. Very good. And that is about holding, dollar cost averaging in and out. Yes, indeed, being agile with the markets. That's why I don't like to look at silver as an investment. Yes, indeed. And that's right. Barb is correct. She hasn't lost any money because she is not sold. That's right. You're holding on. Hold through it. And let's see here. Silver Heist says here, destination unknown for a couple of weeks. But I really believe so much change to create the big drop, so I think it's temporary. Yes. Well, so far that's proving to be the case. At least there's some recovery with silver right now. So we'll see how this plays out. But yes, thank you, Silver Heist, who posted a great video the other day as well. You should check out. And let's see. Let's take a look here. We're visiting this as we're curious. $87.16. $87.19 right now for silver. Moving on up. Here, up 2.1% tonight. $87.19. We did see silver climb up to $88.06 earlier. It's crazy. The Sunday morning stacker, silver and gold Britannias have really been growing on me. They are nice coins. Indeed, they are for sure. Yes, indeed. They are very nice coins. Silver ones tend to milk spot. I wish they would work on that, but they are nice coins for sure. I agree with you on that. So gold now down $72.70, down 1.49%. $4,818.70. Considered a bargain compared to what we saw not that long ago with $5,300, I think gold got up to. Crazy. Oh no, $5,500 if I'm not mistaken. Wow. It's nuts. Platinum down 40. Palladium down 23 tonight. Silver's the only metal that's up. It's almost at 88 again. So it's up 3% tonight. There it is. Crazy. watching and waiting for these moves. Silver tonight on a path to somewhat of a recovery, at least it looks like here. Yes, yep, that's right, Winston Wolf. Watch out for Shanghai. Yes, indeed. Very, very good. Looking at these markets. Wild night. And so far, what do we have open right now? 4 markets are open. New Zealand, Australia, I think that's Melbourne, Tokyo, and Seoul, South Korea. All those markets are open so far. 4. We're watching these markets move to see what they're going to do. Waiting for Shanghai and Hong Kong to open next. And that's a little bit of ways away to go. We got to keep this thing rolling to see what happens as we watch these markets move. Silver trying to hit $88 again, but not quite there yet. We saw it happen briefly earlier. It's up $1.99 right now, 2.34% to $87.39. Gold down $57.40. We thought we may see gold reach into the green tonight, but it has not happened yet. We got close earlier. Maybe the launch pad is being prepped for Shanghai. You could be right about that. We'll see. It'll be very interesting. I think they're anticipating, because those numbers still stand at Thursday's highs. And I just finished my coffee. All right. All right, let's see. Let's get back over here to see what some of the folks are saying here. Outlaw Chicken. Sal, I kept trying to tell folks this was going to happen, and everyone laughed at me. I'm standing by my prediction. Silver will be back in the 40s in the summertime. All right, that could happen. Outlaw Chicken, that could happen. I think it's going to hit in the 50s, but it could go in the 40s. I don't rule that out either, but it is trading up tonight, recovering a little bit. To me, as to be expected, I figured this would happen with silver, at least to some level. Of course, we won't know really for sure until the markets open up in New York, really. That's going to really tell us. Because sometimes as we head into right before the markets open, right as they open, sometimes there's a big smackdown or trade up. But always there's big trades that happen at the opening of every market. And we're seeing that happen right now. Every time a market opens, there's big trades, move in one direction or another, depending on how big the market is that opens. Obviously, Tokyo and Seoul, they're pretty big markets, but the pre-trades, futures markets, and all that stuff having an effect, and we'll see here. All right. There it is. But we're sitting silver steady up here. Looking at the volume here, we can see that the volume is ticking back up again. You can see it's kind of, it sawtooths its way. It teeter-totters a bit. And that's what's happening here. Teeter-tottering here with the volume. And holding relatively steady in the upwards direction here, we can see tonight. And that's it. So there it is. Yes, indeed, 87.09 is where it is, and the bid price is 86.89. Moving here, so let's get to the next comments here, shall we? From Silver Honda, who drives a blue Honda. Comes in with this. Let's get over here. He says, message to new stackers. Have 3 to 6 months emergency cash saved and some money minimum of $500 in a 401k in Roth IRA accounts. The worst thing mankind has invented is credit cards. That's right, no credit card balance, or at least pay more than the minimum payment. Then only then stack precious metals in moderation. Ignore all the noise. Sage advice. You're right, Silver Honda. Don't be like I used to be and buy precious metals on impulse and still have credit card debt and car payments. That's right, Silver Honda's come a long way. He's paid off his Honda and credit card payments and has done well with his silver stacking. Way to go, my friend. Great comment indeed. Names are dangerous. Says here, still up in my holdings, even though I only started buying last year. With the high volatility, I could easily see retesting both $50 and $100 again this year. Paper movements by big banks influence a lot of short-term price action anyway. As far as I can tell, medium to long-term fundamentals hasn't changed, and it's not like equities, broadly speaking, are in a position to run up either. I just wish I had more money to buy, but that goes for any asset. Yes, indeed, it does. There you go. And you got to think about it. When you dollar cost averaging, even a big crash that we saw, even if you bought at the highs, does not hurt nearly as much. It doesn't for sure. So keep that in mind too. I bought when it was higher, and I'm okay. In fact, even just this weekend, I bought gold, and the price is down $60.90. That's okay. It was down a whole lot more than that earlier. In fact, what did gold do? Gold got down as low as $4,699.50, about $4,700. Crazy. That's $200 lower than the price I bought it at from. Silver now is up 2%, up to $87.14 tonight, up $1.74. Platinum down 54, palladium down 23. Yes, indeed. All right. There it is. Very good. All right. And Ducat, I finally hope we do get the deep pullback so I can purchase another 2 ounces of South African silver crude rams 2026. I always hold cash for these moments. Don't be afraid of the tree shakers already as she holds, as she goes, hold the wall. That's right, hold the wall. Or hold the line too. Yes, indeed. Good. And to Wasikas, we will see how things go tonight. In Asia, the physical market is still holding up well. Yes, indeed, that's true. The physical market really is. We'll all find out next week if some of that gets washed out. We'll see how that plays. It'll be very interesting to see how that will roll out through. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. Yeah, International Stacker and Silver Dragons I'm competing against tonight. And they're blowing me away. So, yes, normally I would have more viewers than this. But anyways, let's see here. All right. Let's see here. So I appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot to me, considering the competition I've got with tonight. So, Darius Patterson wanted to say I love your channel. I'm 25, so I'm on the younger side. But I've been into silver since August. I have about 20 ounces with a mix of junk silver, bullion bars, and coins. I actually got most of my silver when it was $38 to $50 per ounce. So I'm not really bummed about the price drop. Happy if it drops more so I can buy more, or happy if it shoots back up over 100. Either way, I'm not selling anytime soon and holding it with diamond fists. Way to go, Darius. You're wise beyond your years. And especially considering you started stacking on the run up for silver's price. Great attitude to have. You're doing the right thing. That is awesome. You're inspirational to me for as young as you are. That is awesome. All right, folks, looking at the markets again, we can see silver is now just up 1%, 1.05%, so pull back a little bit tonight, but not by much. Still in the green. Yes, indeed it is. And gold is now down almost $100 again, $93.10. There that is. Platinum is down 77, palladium down 29. So we'll see. We'll see what happens when the Shanghai opens up in 43 minutes. But you know, this is not actually. Now that we're getting closer to it, and the prices are pulling back a little bit more with gold and pulling back from $88 with silver, that's not the most promising sign of what is going to be coming in 40 minutes from now. Have a good night, Greg. Appreciate you popping in. Appreciate you. Hit the thumbs up on the way out if you don't mind. And thank you, Bluetooth Blades. Thank you for your super chat tonight, Bluetooth. I mean, few and far between, so I appreciate that. And thank you, Sean, for being here tonight, too. Appreciate you guys. So, yeah, look at that. The market's indeed alive here tonight. But a little bit of a pullback here. As the truer test is going to be probably likely when we get closer to that opening bell there in Shanghai to see. But we'll see here. All right. Let's see here. Got my chaser happening here. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the volume here and see what we've got. And we can see volume is there is some fight. Like I said, the volume goes up, and it's hit or miss with what that volume means. There's a peak there where it was a lot of selling, and we see mixed in the next little line. And then earlier in the night, we saw it peaked out with some buying. So it's really difficult to really tell what these little waves, short little waves of buying and selling that are occurring here. All right, Paul Tissue with a thumbs up count. We have 899. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 thumbs up tonight. Hopefully we'll get there. Appreciate you guys. I mean, especially considering that thumbs up count compared to the amount of people that partook in my poll tonight. The poll that we've got is sitting at 2,566 votes, with 58% of you thinking we'll see $100 silver by the end of this week again. All right. If it's overbought, that's important. That's right. The RSI, that's right. And we notice that the RSI has been kind of moving along with the price here too, as to denote that. We've seen it kind of follow almost in tandem here tonight. So, and I guess that's what happens. All right. Now silver's just up 45 cents right now. So it's who knows, we may see it go back in the red before the Shanghai markets open up at this pace. So now 45 cents up, $85.85 right now. Still in the green, but just slightly. Gold almost down $100 again. Down $98.30 to $4,793.10. Platinum down 76. Palladium down 33. That's what we're looking at right now. 21.23 for platinum. 1706 for palladium. 1706 is the year that who was born? It's a founding father. Let me know. Who was born in 1706? Don't Google it now. Don't make a spectacle out of yourself and doing it. There's your hint. Oh, man, poll this. Thank you so much from Hoosier Stacker with a 2-spot. Thank you, Hoosier Stacker. You were the man. Appreciate it. Sunday morning stack of the ups and downs of metal prices at the final gasp of the U.S. dollar. Yes, indeed. Well, I don't know. The U.S. dollar is not going away anytime soon. Very good. You let next should ask a question, but also tell people to. Yeah, I've done that before too, Peapod. Believe it or not, I've done that before, and it didn't translate. I might try it again though, and tell them press the thumbs up as well. Thank you. Franklin is right. Benjamin Franklin was born 1706. That's right. Exactly. You got it, Ben Franklin. He invented the bifocal. That's what I said about the spectacle. All right. That's right. You guys are smart cookies. Chocolate chip cookies. Now I want a chocolate chip cookie. I would like to have a fortune cookie too tonight. All right. Yeah. I mean, the currency, our dollar, is losing value. That's inflation. But it is still the dominant currency around the world. Which people conflate the two, between the value of the currency and the strength of the currency. They're two different things. They're like apples to oranges. Thank you guys for the blessings. Appreciate that. Yep, eventually all fiat currencies go to zero, though it'll be reset in time. It very well could be, for sure. All right, Peapod makes ginger snaps. All right, from scratch. Nice. I bet they're delicious. Silver picking up again here. Now over $86 again. So there's some hopium left in silver here tonight. Yes, indeed. Gold down $94.30, $4,797. Liquid Electrum, thank you. He's addicted to the swings with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you, my friend. He's addicted to the swings. Nice, nice. All right. Thank you for the Private Mint stream. Thank you so much for the Private Mint. I appreciate that. Thank you, Private Mint. Howdy, Private Mint. Good to see you. And let's see here. Very much. Let's see here. And let's peruse our way back to these. We can see silver holding on above $86. Gold down $94. Let's refresh this. Now it's down $109. Silver now down now up just 40 cents rather. So silver's fighting to stay alive here tonight. Fighting to stay alive, silver is here. $85.80. So there it is here tonight. Platinum and palladium both down as well. Palladium getting hit hard. Platinum getting hit hard, down $80. $2,119. There it is. Okay, let's peruse our way through. See what we've got with more of these comments here tonight. From Michael K. Is Michael K with us still here tonight? Hope so. Let's do this. He says, if silver goes lower, my opinion would be to back up the truck. Received my 2 Diamond Fist Titan Grip SM rounds today. Very happy. Just need to find capsules to fit the chunky 30mm rounds. Peace to all ye. See at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Picked up 2 10th-ounce 4.9s. Fine gold to add to the stack. Way to go. Nice. Well, Michael K., I don't know. In fact, I asked Intalio Mint if they made a capsule for those. No one does. I wish they made direct fits for those. That would be nice. Airtights or somebody should invent that. That would be great. But I love the thick size. I just had to do it. But thank you. Glad you like that. I'm glad they arrived to you safely. Master Blaster says this. In 24 hours, we will know everything about silver's short-term future. Bitcoin pushers have gone underground. $76,460 from a high of $120,000. Wow. Amazing. Very volatile. Bitcoin is even more volatile than silver. Indeed it is. Wow. Thank you for that, Master Blaster. Very interesting to see what happens. All right. I wonder if we have politicians reporting we have 963 thumbs up now. Very good. Nice. And by the way, I hope you all will check out this video. 3 signs that silver could plunge further. I say that even the price now, it's up almost $1 now. Back in 86, it's holding its own now. Oh, now look at this. Now it's up just 35 cents, and that quick. And that instant is now up only 35 cents, $85.75. But gold is down $109.20. That indeed has widened the gold to silver ratio. Indeed it has. To, wait for it, 55.94 right now. So there it is. Fathom that. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but if you could stop doing the multiple icons, it floods up the chat here. You know, maybe do it once at the coming in, but not too much. If you, I appreciate that. It just floods up the chat if you don't mind not doing that. Let's see here. There's where silver's price is right now, 86. Now, oh man, look at this. That quickly, silver is now down yet again. Wow. In an instant, it went down 1% to $84.49. Wow. As we get closer to the top of the markets coming in, it is now back down for Shanghai opening up. It is now down again. Wow, look at that. Crazy. Um, oh, now back up again. Very volatile. Part of me feels like I should whip out the volatility meter. Look at that. Up 15 cents now, $85.55. Gold down $110.20. Crazy. Look at that. How quickly they just moved around. Let's take a look at the volume for this and see what we've got happening here. All right. Oh, man. Thank you, Paul Tissue. Paul Tissue says if we get 10 more likes, he's going to gift 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships. So hopefully you all will do that. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Very kind of Paul Tissue to do that. So if you can press the thumbs up, we just need 10 more, and then he will do that. Let's see here. Look at that. Now it's down again. Down 93 cents, 84.47. Let's take a look at the the market. Look at this volatility happening here. Massive sell spike here in the volume. Looking at that in real time. Crazy. Wow. And look at that. And by the way, we've got just over half an hour until Shanghai opens up. And likely Hong Kong as well. Look at that. Yes, indeed. All right, we're at 989. Thumbs up. Hopefully we can get 10 more, 11 more, whatever. Oh, Paul Tissues did it. Thank you. Paul Tissue with 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships for the thumbs up. Over 1,000 now. Thank you, Paul. Very kind of you. If you receive one of those, give Paul Tissue a warm thank you, because when people gift those Salivate Metal gift memberships, it's for 30 days, and their hope is maybe you will extend it beyond that yourself once it happens. Appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Look at this. Movement here tonight. Volatility going nuts. With silver moving down, spiking up. Back down a little bit here. Wow. Down very slightly now. Just about a half an hour before the markets open. Yes, indeed, tonight. Yeah, fathom that. As I told you before, I don't mind you doing it maybe one time at the beginning or whatever, but please refrain from putting all those emoticons out there, especially on a busy night like this. It's a busy night. Fathom that. We told you to stop. Please don't do that anymore. And all right, let's see here. And let's see here. So now silver down 33 cents, $85.07, down slightly here tonight, with about a half an hour right now, half an hour before the markets open. Yes, indeed. There it is. And let's see here. Very good. Down 33 cents, $85.07. Gold down $118.90. Platinum down 89. Palladium down 37. Everything is in the red tonight except for silver. Now again, back up again. Back up 46 cents again, $85.86. So it's like a roller coaster ride. Roller coaster ride indeed for silver. Yes, indeed. There we go. Richard Metcalf, good job, Sal. Never afraid to bring us the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's right. And give you all sides of it, of what could happen. Be prepared for it all, because the basic fundamental truths remain the same with silver. Ruth, my grandfather got me interested in precious metals through coin collecting, and he was a lot older than me back then, and he's still a lot older than me, and he's dead, and he's still older than me. That's right. Let's see here. Down home inspection says here. Come on, man. It was just a coincidence. JP Morgan closed their shorts right at the bottom. Yes. Well, they're down right now. So we'll see here what happens with that. But closing their shorts and at the bottom. Yep, could be telling us something here. But right now, it's moving back up a little bit here. Favorite piece, Joseph. I like my favorite. I don't know. It's tough to say right now what my favorite piece is. Although the one Indian head cent that I got from my grandfather. I don't know where it is now. I had a book of Lincoln cents, a penny book that I put it in, and that was an Indian head, a 1906 Indian head cent that was heavily cleaned. So he shouldn't have cleaned it, but it was nice and shiny, and I liked it. It was pretty cool. He gave that to me, and I need to find where that thing is. But anyways, but silver is still in the fight. It's up a little bit here, up 46 cents tonight. So watch these markets move here. Wild indeed. And we are less than a half an hour away from Shanghai opening. We're going to watch Shanghai as they open up, I think. We're going to stick with it because it's getting interesting indeed. Okay. Let's get over here to John Rodriguez. JP Morgan dumped their short positions exactly at the bottom of Friday's crash and also bought about 21 million physical ounces over the last 6 weeks. Friday was a bank bailout and position change, not a market crash. Well, yeah, I don't know enough about how they timed that with that bottom, but it was a crash. It was a silver crash for that time. No matter what was the cause of it, it did crash. They've accumulated over 750 million physical ounces while simultaneously saying it's going to crash to $50. Why would you invest into something you are saying is going to crash over 50%? Yeah, I didn't necessarily buy their reason for saying it was going to go to $50, but I don't know. They were long for a long time, and so whatever short positions they had, if they closed them out or whatever, or dumped them, it wasn't nearly as many as the long positions they had into play. But anyways, let's see here. Nobody cares says silver is plunging nowhere. Actually, it did plunge. What are you talking about? It plunged big time. Well, I guess he says it's not going to happen from now on out. In fact, it didn't plunge on Friday. It actually did plunge on Friday. It's the paper that did that, and that's entirely a different commodity. Well, it is a different, the paper is exposure to silver's price. That's it. But the price did plunge. The futures, the ETFs, they affect the markets, but nonetheless, it is a drop in the price. And make no mistake about it, it will affect the physical price too, at least to some degree, and it has. Let's see here. Very good. Let's see what we've got here. So Raf Paginaker 151 says silver futures March 26 are up almost 8% since Friday. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me either, that we see a bounce back, and that could lead to some of this movement. About so far right now, with 25 minutes to go before Shanghai opens, silver's now down $1.05. $84.35. So the gains that we saw for silver's price, it's been relatively short-lived here. And gold down $128.60, $4,762.80 is where it is tonight. Down a little bit there. Have a good night, Razor Ready. Thanks for popping in tonight. I appreciate you. And let's see here. So there it is. Let's get over here. We've got this. We've got Silver Shelby Stacker says, hello, Salivate Metal Nation family. Having a great weekend. Thanks, Sal, for the update. I always appreciate you, brother. Everyone, please make sure to give Sal a thumbs up. See all you lovely people soon. All right, we are here. Thank you so much. All right. Very, very good. And we're waiting for Shanghai and likely Hong Kong to open up here in about 20 minutes. And that'll be interesting to see what happens here. All right, we've got David Cash. Good evening, fellow stackers. I'm looking at Friday without concern for me. It's not about price. It's about holding the physical. Yep, in the long run, that's what it's about. Yeah, Bozo. I don't know if you got my Request, could you email me when you get a chance, Bozo, please? Let's see here. Ronaldo, the banks are crashing like crazy now, so indeed, the OZD price could fall way further. However, very soon there won't be any silver available. Well, I don't see that happening either. I mean, there's a lot of demand. It's picking up still, and which means that if that holds out to be true, we're going to see a wider gap between physical and spot price and futures price, and then not. So we very well could see that if that demand picks up. I don't think we're going to run out. There's a bottleneck right now, but anyways. All right, so Swanee William ordered another 250 silver maple leafs at 77.50 on Friday. Delivery into February. Wow. Somehow felt like a good start over the weekend. If it goes to 50, may buy some more, I guess. Dollar cost averaging. Keep stacking, folks. What fiat money would be worth in 5 years? Nothing changed fundamentally. That's right. Overall, you're right on that. Ickety tasty one. The dip is already here. The cliff that silver fell off was oblivious manipulation. Nothing normal about it. I took advantage of it and loaded up. Well, that's the best thing to do, no matter what your views are about it. But yes, indeed. Although I don't think manipulation can be blamed for most of the market moves on Friday, but everybody's got their opinions. Everybody has their opinions. And let's see here. Craig Morris says, oh, the humanity, what goes up? Well, you know the rest. When it goes to 70 or so, I'm back in the saddle. All right. Well, we did revisit briefly $76.86, but it is now down to $82.53. So it is back down again, down 3.37%. Interesting. I did not see this. I figured it would recover and stay in the green heading into the Shanghai markets. But so my theory may not pay off, but stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Still may happen. It just may be delayed somewhat. But see, we can't blame what's happening now on manipulation. These are the Asian markets, and most of the big markets have not opened up yet. Hong Kong and Shanghai, they're the big markets here. Tokyo is pretty big too, but I digress. And we can look here at silver. Look at that. It is plunging right now. According to this, high volume, high sell-off. That's happening right now. Big volume, big sales happening right now. 79.53 right now. Below 80 at this point in time. Crazy. That we're seeing on this side of it, at least. All right. Nuts. Look at that. Down it goes. Let's go back over here. 79.81 right now. Down $5.59. What a night we have been having. Falling down. Crazy, crazy. Gold now down $270.10. Down 5.52%. Absolutely nuts. I don't know why gold's going down this much. Man, it's insane. $50 correction it is, yeah. It's nuts what's happening here. I don't know. Well, I may not be right about that, by the way. It may not get that low, but at this pace, it seems like it's I don't know. And this kind of surprises me a little bit, as we have about 19 minutes left before the Shanghai opens up here. What bottom do you expect on gold and silver before the next leg higher? I think overall before the end of the year, I'm thinking $3,700 gold and $50 silver before the end of the year. Right now, at this point in time, I don't know. It may happen here now. I don't know. It's tough to say. But silver is getting hit, clobbered pretty good here. Platinum is getting hit the worst by percentage. It's down $140 right now to $80.18 for silver tonight. Gold down $266.60. Now I'm sad for the purchase I made. I'm like, dang. But people, this provides an opportunity. I'm telling you, these are good buying opportunities if you're in the mood to buy silver and gold at this point in time. All right, Jay Unleashed, thank you for that. Jay Unleashed is reporting $4 backwardation at this point in time. $4 backwardation. That is usually means there's a lot of volatility, and which means it can be wild swings, which means we may start to see the price shoot back up again. It's crazy. All right. Okay. I'll keep an eye. Let's get back up to the comments again. We have got here from Stephen Higby. Says, well, if that's the case, it was fun while it lasted, but I'm ready for the cheap silver again. Yes, indeed. Cheap silver. All right, there you go. I hear you on that, and part of me would like to see it too. Craig Zintka says, I know that mathematically it's a crash, and for many who recently bought in, but for sure would feel it. But personally, I'm not feeling a crash at all. So I love my silver and gold, and should it crash to a $50 is still no crash for me. And Craig, that's exactly right. And by the way, when I talk about a crash, I'm talking about what actually happened to the actual price. But if you're holding on, you're not hurting at all, especially if you bought and been buying a long time, and unless you sell. So well said, Craig. Exactly right. Exactly right. Pestus Smitiev says here, I bought at 26.50 euros. And sold at 91, made 64.50 in profit. And now I wait until the drops as the lows are possible to rebuy. There you go. It's a little bit of a gamble to do that, but some people have done that, and it might pay off for them. Okay, let's see here. And Hendrick says silver did not fall; its spot price fell, but you find an ounce of it for under 98. You cannot therefore spot fell, not the metal. Yep, that's what we're talking about, spot price, not the metal. Exactly right. Very good. All right, let's see here. Watching again here, silver's still down, but not totally out now. It's above $80 again. It is at $80.72, down $4.68. Gold down $257.40. And we had a reprieve for silver early in the night where it got up and it peaked in the session high of $88.06. $88.06. And there you go. All right. So there it is. Real Malik on this video says the following. Let me get over here to this. He says silver price will skyrocket due to industrial use. Only lovers of the paper hoarders. Win-win for physical silver stackers. There you go. Yes, okay. Well, we'll see. And I think it's going to take time for that, Real Malik, because industrial demand is actually down from its high in 2022, believe it or not. Still above the supply, but it is down. Will it pick back up again? It very well could. We shall see. FC Cup says here, let me get over to this. They want everyone to think that this is a big drop and everyone's going to buy up. A lot of people going to get burned. Well, there's a lot of demand out there for it. And I would say that if the prices do fall, this is a good time to pop in and pick up a little bit. Because it may be tough getting for a while. We'll see. Dutch 125. Get over this. He says this. I'm still hoping it gets smashed back down below 50, mostly to screw the LCSs and big online dealers. I hope it gets smashed Sunday, right into Monday morning, into the COMEX. I see a retest of 35 breakout area over the next 3 to 6 months. Well, a lot of the dealers, they hedge themselves to protect against some of the swings. It's an inventory problem, really, for the dealers out there. And a lot of them have a lot of silver to sell you, so if it goes down below 50, more likely they're going to have the stock to take it. But it just depends. It really does fluctuate depending on how you catch them. All right, Timothy Thompson here, and then we'll look at the markets again after this. Getting closer and closer to Shanghai opening here. Says here, Sal, thanks for talking some sense into those guys. All the short-time players are getting margin calls. I agree the floor for silver is $50. Thank you, Timothy. I appreciate it very much indeed. All right. Let's get back over here. Let's slurp a little bit of chaser here. And then let's see what we've got happening on the market side here. Wow. Silver taking a hit tonight again more. Down $2.32, 2.73% to $83.08. Gold down $189.50 to $4,701.90. Man, I tell you, this would have been time for me to buy that gold piece, but I didn't do it. I did it before the markets opened because I thought for sure we'd see gold and silver go up, but it didn't happen. It's definitely a good buy-in point. You're right, Michael, align. And let's see here. We also want to see when Shanghai is going to open up. 10 minutes and 35 seconds. Shanghai will open up. So we're going to wait for that and see what happens. This will be one of the big true tests to see if silver can hold its own through the night. All right. And let's see here. Yeah. So Davey says the SmackDown continues. In late 2025, JP Morgan undertook a major strategic shift by relocating its precious metals trading desk from New York to Singapore. Yeah, I heard about that, but we really didn't get much substantiation of that, of what that, how that occurred. But yeah, I don't know. Some moved over there. I haven't heard much more about that. I actually reported on that, but yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Let's press on forward to see what we get. Dean R. I don't know if Dean R is still with us here tonight. We appreciate Dean. He says margin call increase again, I believe, so could see further drop short term. I bought over the weekend. I'm ready to jump if it drops further. It looks like inventories in Shanghai are way down, so who knows? That's true. And you make a good point about the margin calls because I think they increased them in Shanghai as well. So you are right. That could be part of why they're down tonight and why they could drop further in Shanghai. All right. Yep, map to the kingdom. Shanghai has not opened up yet. We've got about 9 minutes left for that to occur, so that's why there's no movement in Shanghai yet. William Rome says, who cares? The bottom is neither here nor there, nor is there a top. Only a shortage of COMEX bars and the paper traders' virtual idealism. After they shake all the trees of fruit, then what the dollar will be worth. Silver $300, gold $10,000. The return of constitutional America is on the front burner. Well, some people think that could be coming in due time. We'll see. All right, let's see here. All right. Yeah, Morris Monet says buying now is not smart. Wait for 50. Yeah, if we see 50. And that's if we see 50. I believe we'll see it, but I can't say for sure. I would never advise anybody to make a buy on what I think it's going to do, where it could go. But hey, we'll see. If you can hold out, and then it would be a good time to get in if it gets there. But we'll see here. All right. Curb Creep Preeps, or Curb Creep Preps, if I'm saying that correctly, chimes in with this. It's also called the devil's metal because Jesus was betrayed for a small bag of silver coins. That's right. Yep, that's true. And Randy Williams, hold on to your tax return if you get one and see what happens. All right. Yes, indeed. And let's see here. Green Pumpkin says the last few weeks have shown me that ASEs might be the way to go for the future. They will be accepted long after the refineries stop buying other silver. Yes, indeed. All right. They very well could be. Because those are less likely to be melted down of any silver out there, silver eagles. Yeah, Shanghai doesn't open until 8:30. So we're still minutes away from that, so stay tuned. All right, let's see here. And my kitten is a grandmaster. If it does, I wonder what the U.S. Mint will do, because currently their silver is almost double what spot is. Well, that's bullion silver. I mean, that is not bullion silver. That's collectible silver. You can't use that as a gauge. My kitten is a grandmaster. I did a whole video. I did 2 videos on that. Still, a lot of people don't understand that, but it's a pretty simple concept, really. What the United States Mint sells on their website is not bullion. They've never sold bullion on their website, ever, ever. And they probably never will. Anyways, gold down $202, $4,689.20. Silver down $2.05 now. Maybe aligning itself to the new margin increases there, much like the COMEX did. And that is to try to dissuade the volatility, because we are seeing volatility, and make no mistake about that. Look at the range tonight between the low and the high. From $88.06 down to $76.89. Massive volatility before Shanghai opens up here. $83.35. It is down tonight. Yes, it is. And we're also at a point in time where, you know what? I'll do push-ups. The next super chat that comes in, or PayPal, I will do push-ups. Just so you know, we'll get the blood flowing here tonight. We're at that point in the time. We're late in the game to see what happens here. And 59% of you think we're going to see $100 by the end of this week. We shall see. Let's see here. Okay. All right. More people just throwing out Bible verses. And I'm okay with that, but you just toss it in there. You're basically just doing lazy evangelism, is essentially what this is. Lazy evangelism. You're spamming the comments with Bible verses. Shake my head at that. One of the biggest pet peeves is mine ever. Let's see here. Oh, man, look at this. Ukbay Nguyen has sent 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Have a good night, Carrie Taryn. Thank you for those 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships. Let's give you 5 push-ups for that. Yes, indeed, we will. Here we go. Let's make it happen here. Let's move this out of the way. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, yeah, we're getting the blood flowing here tonight. Yes, we are. That's what it's about. For sure. Oh, yeah, thank you for that. Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Okay. So, Bobby Haha 1 says here, I am bullish on silver. It's so very educational for me to hear how and what can happen if it goes either way. Me too. I'm with you on that, brother. There you go. It's pronounced win. There you go. We like to win. We do like to win for sure here. Thank you. Yes, indeed. There goes silver down 2.83%. $82.99, just below $83. Gold down $213.70 to $4,677. So there it is. Platinum down $123. It's taken the worst hit by percentage tonight here. $2,076. And we are literally 3 minutes away 3 minutes away from the markets opening up in Shanghai. In fact, 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from that happening right now. Very good. Let's see here. Sunday morning stacker. Oh man, love Nevermore is coming back together. Old school Sanctuary, like Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth. Loving the New Testament record is great, except for except for Alex Skolnick's a pretty big lefty. But other than that, good to see you. Good to see you, Ricardo. Welcome. And let's see here. Yeah, Bozo laughing. Email me when you get a chance. Let me know that you received that transmission, Bozo. That you email me when you get a chance. Yes, indeed. All right. So there we go. All right. Let's see here. So we're a minute from the markets opening up here in Shanghai. Paul says this. We must think they are stupid right now after it went down this far. All I can say is that this is a buying opportunity. Indeed it is. Good buying opportunity, but hey, it could fall even lower. Bozo, let me know that you received transmission to email me, Bozo. Please let me know you received this transmission to email me. Say something, Bozo. Say something. Let's see here. No, Bozo, just email me. You got to email me, brother. Let me know that you're going to email me. You created a new account, Bozo. Let me know that you're going to email me. All right. Bulbo Maximus says, I thought that once we passed $70, we wouldn't see it again. It got close the other day, but if it does, I'll get more. There you go. In fact, actually, tonight it got down to 76. It was 73 was a low on Friday, but it's down, but it's not. It's now at 82.58. So there it is. And so there it is, 82.58. And the markets are opening up in less than 1 second. Boom! They're open. Looks like they're open for 2 hours. That's weird. Okay. I guess that's crazy, but there they are. In fact, Hong Kong is open, Taiwan is open, and Shanghai is open. So there it is. Very good. All right. Let's see what that translates to with silver prices. $2.48, $82.92. There it is, $82.49, or $82.92. So far, it takes a little while for these markets to propagate. We're going to check here in a moment and see what the volume is, and see if it picks up. The volume should pick up from here. We've got Taiwan and Shanghai open together, and Hong Kong. Taiwan, Shanghai, and Hong Kong. Volume has really been heavy here. Even leading up to it, the volume has been heavy. So it looks like it's starting to spike up here a little bit. It looks like a little bit as that volume looks like that's a buy. So maybe they're looking to get in on the dips here. Looks like some of the buying is happening out of the gate, and they're in Shanghai and Hong Kong and Taiwan. Could be. Yeah. But it is down, and it's staying down right now. No big spike up here at this point in time, at least as we're watching these markets down. 3.5% down for silver. Gold down 4.04%. $4,694.10. So there it is. All right. And platinum down $154. down 7% for platinum. Platinum may go below $2,000 tonight. I don't know. We'll see here. Let's get some more comments. We've got Quarter says, in the past years, all I wanted was a huge price spike. Then when all I wanted was the price to go back down. The past couple of weeks, I had both. No more wishing for me. I know it's been a crazy wild ride. Insane. Sure has been. Let's get some more chaser in here. All right. Okay, let's see here. And let's move on up here to see what we've got with this. Bozo. Once the selling starts, the stop-loss computer programs kick in and prices cascade down. Same things happen with stocks after a huge run. Yes. Yeah, we'll see what happens here tonight. Huge computer programs kick in. Cascades. I guess that's an evidence of manipulation, right? Shake out the paper contracts. So we'll see. Thanks for that. Let's see here. And we've got this. Alan Smith, if you believe demand for silver is down, then you believe in MSM and unicorns. Good luck with that one. Yeah, yep, demand is up. Well, it's down from its high in 2022. Alan Smith, that's where it's down from its high of 2022. It is down from that high. It is up. There's different kinds of demand. Demand for industrial is down from 2022. Demand for physical silver stacking has gone up. Has gone up. Let's see here. B. Phillips, crazy how none of the circuit breaker protections seemed to kick in on Friday. Even heard a lot of shorts were sold at the bottom before new margin hikes happened that take effect Monday. Unconfirmed coincidence by someone who's learning the metal games. Yes, heard that too. Inflation is a myth, says Straightener. It's amazing the different viewpoints people have. It's crazy. I bought it years ago, same weight. I don't know. Maybe it gets more pure. The inflation thing is so confusing. Well, inflation is pretty simple. It's basically central banks printing, well, in this case, the Federal Reserve, printing more money because of government spending. Usually, it's not always the case, but usually that's what happens. And the cheap laugh Kennedy. I was to try to bolster the dollar, toilet paper, but we all know how this ends soon enough. Yes. Let's see what happens here. All right. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Attorney Michael. I appreciate you popping in tonight, sir. Have a good evening, sir. Definitely appreciate you. Ruppel Kinsklein says here, not long ago, are you boys and girls allowed to stay up late? Asia likes a bargain, anyone's guess, but yes, I think you'll get a bounce and a retest of the downside. At the end of the day, the world will want gold, silver, and copper amongst anything else. Go long, hold strong. There you go. That's right. And speaking of which, let's see what's happening here. Let's see here. Yeah, Bozo, that's not the only reason why I want you to email. It's not about creating a new account, Bozo. Just email me. Just send me a quick email. We need to have a conversation offline, Bozo, if you don't mind. Just shoot me an email, if you don't mind, brother. All right, Philly Beef says this. I suspect silver will go up when trading opens in the East and punch back down lower than it is when the New York opens. Yeah, well, so far right now, and we can't blame this on manipulation from the West, is silver and gold are down solidly after the markets have opened up. And we see here silver is up, and let's take a look at the volume with silver especially. Look at that. So look at this. It's trying to creep back up again. It is a lot of solid volume to the upside with silver happening right now in Asia. Very good. Let's see here. Very good. All right. And I see it back. Well, yeah, well, Bozo, just email me either way. If you want me to still ban you, I will, but email me either way. I'm going to try to rationalize something with you. Just email me. It's really simple, if you don't mind. Because I don't like to babysit this back and forth. It's distracting when it shouldn't be distracting either way. But anyways, so this is where we're at here, and now we're getting a big sell here. So it's kind of back and forth here, but we're seeing silver trying to regain a little bit, but it's now just down $1.06. Gold down $153. So both these metals are seeing slight comeback here at the open markets here. No, Shanghai is open now. Shanghai is open at this point in time. China is open. In fact, here's all the markets that are open right now. All of the East is open right now, save for Indonesia and Thailand, which are less influential. Mumbai here, the Mumbai National Stock Exchange in Mumbai will open later. But most of the more influential markets are already open at this point in time. So there's where that is. We can close that window out now. And that's where we're at. Very good. Silver down $1.21, 1.42%. $84.19. Silver down $173.30. $4,718.10. So they're still down. Still some fight left in them. But I tell you what, the fact that they're still down now, it kind of goes against my theory that I'm going to be talking about in tomorrow's video, at least for this trading day. And it takes it away. But it could still be true. It could still pan out. I hope you will watch the video tomorrow to see what my theory is. We'll see what happens here. All right. Let's get over here. Do this. Anyone's guess at this point, I'd expect resistance at 75, so silver scraper, yep. When we did see it, it's just above that. There was some resistance, at least for tonight. Let's go 50. The further falls, the more I can stack. There you go. Definitely one way to look at it, indeed. And CB 750 says this. I heard something the other day about a Samsung solid-state batteries for EVs. Yep, I've been talking about that for months. They offer 600 miles on a range from the charge. 9 minutes to recharge. Yep, each battery. Yep, exactly. Old news. We could start seeing production of that maybe next year for higher-end vehicles. We'll see if that pans out. There's not been much new news on that, though, as of late. All right, we've got Rob Runktrail, 3134. Says the danger of the S&P with the showing signs of correction, it will. Silver will have to retreat more. I'll keep stacking. There you go. Yep, you're talking COMEX silver, not physical. Nothing has budged on eBay. Well, eBay is not a very good measure in many ways, I don't think. But prices have fallen for a lot of the dealers out there already. We've seen that fall, so that likely will continue to see that. In fact, channel sponsor Summit Metals, their prices are lower, and adjusting with the markets. But let's see here. But so far, silver's still down, even though the markets have been open now for a couple of minutes in Shanghai. There's some resistance. It went up, and then we got some resistance here. So there that is. Let's see here. All right. Let's do a few more here. Littlefoot Stacker, JP Morgan played a large part in the drop, I think. But they are the biggest custodian for the SLV. Well, yes, indeed. And Winston Wallen, why are Indian China entities calling miners direct? Because they want to get into that silver action. They need it. They need it for sure. All right, let's take a look here one more time before we say goodnight. Silver down $1.62, 83.78. Gold down to $177.90, $4,713.50. At this point, I think I would be surprised if we saw the metals turn green by the time New York opens. I think a lot of this is due to raise in margins for the Shanghai Gold Exchange, and also taking effect in New York. We very well may be have seen essentially the last of the, or at least for now, I think we may not see the prices rise until they can adjust to these new margins. Notional vol percentage-wise gone up. So there you have it, folks. I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. Every Sunday night we do it here. I hope you will come back. Thank you for all of you. I know you had other choices tonight to go to for other channels, much more popular channels. So I appreciate that you take the time to be here. Very kind of you. Thanks again to those of you who sent super chats and channel gift memberships. You're amazing. I hope you will watch the videos that I posted today and tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.